Alrighty. So, to get the most out of this class, take your time to set up your chairs like so. So we have two chairs with the backs of the chairs facing in. And then we have a third chair for sitting. Once you got this set up, you've created this space right out in front of you, and it's in that space that we get our training taken care of. All right. Take the time to set that up. Once you got that, scoot to the front edge of your chair. Your two buttock bones plugged into the chair, which plugs you into the earth. And work on that zhong zheng, or central upright. Crown of the head, straight line down through the body, down through your buttocks, down through the chair, down through the legs, plugging into the earth, to the ground. Hands resting comfortably on your legs there. And in through the nose, inhale. Out through the nose or the mouth, exhale. Set this up. Okay. So right away, we're already training this really important first thing to address, which is the zhong zheng, or the central upright. Because if we don't have that, we can't do anything else. So if our posture is off, then we can't apply correct mechanics, correct principles. So sitting, and then your best bet is to try and relax. Let go of tension so you're not holding in the shoulders, holding in the arms. Release anything extra. And then bring those inhales through the nose, exhale out nose or mouth, and feel how that stretches you open and relaxes you. So with the inhale, you're expanding, stretching open. With the exhale, softening, melting, and relaxing. Let's do that about 6, 7, 8 times. So this is already clearing a layer of residue, of excess tension. And then we want to get another layer and another layer cleared out. So our first movements are slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up and chin up, arch the back. That's on the inhale. And then go the other way. Slide your hands forward past your knees till your arms are straight. Hollow the chest, drop the head, and round the back. Let's do that 3 or 4 more times. Inhale, slide the hands, elbows, shoulders back, chest up, chin up, look up. And then with the exhale, slide the hands forward, past the knees, hollow chest, drop the head. Again, just think of this like you're cleaning something out of the body, this sort of residue, this tension that needs to get wrung out of the tissue. Slide hands forward, drop the head, round the back. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And now just settle to neutral. So back to where we started, that zhong zheng, or that vertical pillar. Then we do rotation. Slide your left hand forward past your knee. Right hand and elbow pull back. Turn your shoulders right. Turn your head to the right. Rotate. and then back to center, and we go the other way. Your right hand forward, left hand and elbow back, turn the shoulders, turn the head to the left. Then we're back to center and turn to the right. Back to center, turn to the left. Again, what makes it Tai Chi, what makes it Taoist practice is the emphasis on softening. That what we're doing is trying to soften and loosen and relax rather than adding on, right? Which is sometimes how we can think of exercise. That we're adding. Instead of here, we're dissolving. We're wringing out, just like you would with a rag. You're wringing out what's there that needs to get flushed. One more time, turning to your left. And then we're back to center. And then one more of these here, arms hang loose. Tip yourself to your right buttock and lean. Side bend. And then back to center. So this helps, again, in many different ways, one of which is to help us actually find the middle. So shift to the left buttock and lean to the left, and then back to center. What people often find is one side is more comfortable, the other side is less comfortable. So we're trying to even out so that we can get equally over to your right, and then equally over to your left. Let's do one more each way. And left. And then bring your, bend your elbows, and let's just loosen up chest and shoulder blades a little bit. Elbows out and up, and then down, and then around in front, touch the elbows together, and down. Let's do that twice more. Out and up, down, around in front, touch the elbows together, down. One more. Out and up, down, around in front, touch, and down. Now, elbows straight back behind you, and then down, forward, and if you can, up. And then forward, down, back. Down, forward, up. One more time. Down and back. Down, forward, up. And then elbows down. One more in this little set here to clean out the shoulders and chest and upper back. Elbows to the side. Take your left hand higher, right hand lower. Now cross and wrap around your body. And then go elbows straight out to the side. And then right hand high, left hand low. Cross. And elbows out to the side. We'll do that one more in each cross. One. Out. And then cross. And out. Elbows down, arms loose and relaxed. Now scoot a little bit back on your chair before we stand up and do our walking work. Got to clean out the hips and legs just a little bit. So bring your right knee up. Take the hands on the knee and draw the leg up and in a little bit with a flexed foot. And then open the hands and push through the leg, fully extend. Reload, bring it up and in, and then set that foot down, and let's switch each time. So lift the left knee, use your hands to draw it up and in. Open the hands and push. Then reload it up, and then set the foot down. Let's do that twice more each leg. Load, push, load, down. Other leg. Load, push, load, down. In, load, push, load, down. In, load, push, and ankle. Straighten the right leg. Point, flex. Point, flex. 2 more. Point, flex. Point, flex. Now, tilt the foot a little in, out. In, out. In, out. And circle in, around, and out a few times. And circle the other way, out, around, and in. And switch feet. Point and flex. James, you just unmuted yourself. Not sure why. Do you have a question? James, do you have a question?
No. How do I get you back?
You lost me? I don't know. You have to get rid of whatever screen is on top by exiting out whatever's in the way. But I'm going to mute you again. Hopefully someone can help you on your end. So that other foot, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and then we go tilt the foot in, out, in, out, in, out, and then circles, in, around, and out. 3 or 4 times. And reverse, out, around, and in. And down. Now, last thing with the legs here. Scoot to the front edge of your chair. Step your feet wider apart than hip distance. Now lift the toes up so it's just the heels on the ground. Turning on the heels, see what I'm doing here with my legs. My knees are in, my toes are in. That's internal rotation. Then lift the toes again and turn the legs out, external rotation. You can feel that up in the ball and socket joint where the legs meet the pelvis. Then internal rotation. Lift your toes, turn in, and then lift your toes and turn out. Lift your toes and turn in. Lift your toes, turn out. And once more, turn in and neutral. Now bring your feet back to hip distance. From that same space, that same junction in the body, forward fold, right? So you're hinging forward. Try to not round your spine. Again, not that your spine can't round. It's just in this exercise, let's go ahead and tip back. Same thing, we're not arching the back. We're keeping a straight spine and just folding at the pelvis. Sitting upright. Tipping back. So this is the central mechanism for movement in the body, is this junction where the hips and legs meet. And one more. Fold. Vertical. And back. Now let's use that to stand up. Now, those of you that have been here a while, you remember the saying, the primary direction is down. So even though we're about to stand up, it's not about efforting up. It's being relaxed, folding and moving forward so that the body weight gets out of the chair and gets down to the ground through the legs. We come all the way to standing, but what we don't want to do is add a bunch of tension up here. We want to relax so that there's a heavy sunken quality down which grounds us. Now keep the weight under your feet as you hinge at that same hip junction. Sink the buttocks slowly. You can reach back with your hand, make sure your chair is where you think it is, and then meet the chair with your buttocks and tip back. So feel how your feet are light and the weight is in the chair. And then when it's time to stand up, you're going forward. So now the weight gets to the earth through the legs, and then we're coming up. So in Tai Chi, it's all about being relaxed. When you're soft and relaxed, the body is lubricated. It's also lighter. It's lighter. So when I have tension, I'm actually making my body less lubricated and heavier and clumsier. Now, don't sit in your chair, but basically do the exact same thing. Sink down, don't sit, dangle down, and maybe even try to touch the toes, touch the floor, and then push through the earth and come all the way back to standing. So this is a Tai Chi squat. Hinge at the hips, sink, and then rise back up. Right? So we want freedom of movement. This is a very functional move. If I drop a pencil or drop my glasses, sink down and reach, and I can grab the item and then push through the legs and come back up. That's one of the most useful maneuvers we can do with our body. Hip hinge, sink, and then rise. All right. Now, come stand. If you, again, set up like I talked about at the beginning, you should have 2 chairs in front here with the backs facing in. Go to the chair on your right, turn, face it. If you look down at your feet, you see you got more foot in front of your ankle than behind, right? What does that mean? That means that we can lean our body this way, but we don't have a corresponding lean that way. So have your fingertips on the chair and just tip a little bit back to your heels. Tip forward into your toes. You get a lot of room to tip forward. And then this little tip back into your heels. So find this range of motion, this lean and tip, but remember the Tai Chi thing about relax. So right out of the gate, we start getting a little fearful, and so we tighten instead of soften and relax. Now, hands on the chair, stay in your toes and lift your heels way up. Lower your heels down. Rock back to your heels, stay in your heels and pull the toes up, pull the balls of the feet up, and then lower them down. Let's do that twice more. Rock forward, lift, down, rock back, pull the toes up, and one more time. Forward and lift, down, rock back and lift, and middle. Now take your hands on the back of the chair, walk your feet back a decent amount, and remember that same junction, the hip, pelvis, leg junction. So we do a nice deep hinge, send the buttocks back, and your arms stay on the chair. This is basically downward dog from yoga. Stretches the legs, the buttocks, the back, the shoulders. Really, really useful stretch. Just holding that shape. And then come out of it. Bring your chest up and your hips forward a little. We'll go in twice more. Again, fold at the hips. Stretching the legs, buttocks, back, shoulder. Once more, chest up, hips forward. And last time, folding. Hips back. And chest up. Walk your feet all the way forward. So you're right in front of that chair. Stand up tall so you're standing under your own power, and turn and face forward. Step a little bit back so that your chair that's on the right side is in front and off to the right. So you have a little runway here on the ground. Okay. Now, first exercise, ideally, no hands. So you know your chair's there if you need it, but no hands. Now, both legs, instead of locking them, which is what most people do, just have a little softness, just a little bit of a, not a bend so much as just an ability to bend, rather than I'm bending my knees, right? Just not locked, basically. And from here, you got 2 legs. So from your middle, from your belly button, change the weight over to your right leg more and your left leg less. So just feel that differentiation, more full, more empty. And then back to double, and then over to the other leg. So it's more in the left and less in the right. and then back to center. So if you're having major balance problems, this is your first exercise. Before you try to go do anything fancy, can you discern? Can you separate more, less, and then more, less? And do notice that when I go over to this leg, I'm not lifting anything. The primary direction is down. I'm going over to the leg and then softening and relaxing so that this leg takes the weight down. That makes this foot less stuck. And then change. So it's a, as I like to say, it's a passive ability. It's passive. I go over to the left leg and then settle and relax through it. So that this leg is like a bed spring. It takes the weight. And then we change. So again, this would be your first exercise if you were, let's say you just got out of the hospital and your legs were really weak. You would get good posture and then just in place, empty, full, empty, full. That starts the engine, right? Now, take your weight over to your left leg, stay there, and let's challenge. You can use hands on chair as needed. Take that right foot that's empty and can you slide it forward? Slide it to the middle, slide it a little behind to the middle, right? So you can see me here, forward, back. That's only possible if you've emptied this foot, and you can only empty this foot if you fill this one. So when this one is taking the body weight to the ground, suddenly this foot is empty, right? Switch, do the other side. So change your weight to your right leg. Can you slide the left foot forward? Slide it back. Slide it behind you. Slide it middle. Change again. Shift into that left leg. So once your right foot's empty, can you slide this foot out and in? Out and in. So this really shows you something that if you're not truly full and empty, then when you slide the foot out, your body gets pulled along and there's a, for lack of a better word, a clumsiness, which is dangerous. And so it's this emptiness of the foot and the filling of one and the emptying of the other that makes us less clumsy. Change again. Put your weight in the right leg and let's go out, in. Use the chair for safety. Out, in. Out, in. Out, and in. All right, now change your weight to your left leg and let's go with the right foot that's empty. Lift the heel and get to the tip of the toe. And notice how my knee went forward. I let my knee bend forward. And then put that heel back down. Change the weight so the weight's in the right leg. Your right, it's my left, but you're right. And then lift your left heel. Get to the tippy toe. Right? And then down. Change the weight. Once the weight is down through your left, your right foot will have more levity. And then change. So the overlooked skill is the soft, relaxed grounding through one leg, down through the full leg. That suddenly gives this leg the properties of mobility. Now, hand on the chair. We're going to go tippy toe and disconnect the foot from the floor. Place the whole foot down with zero weight. Change. So now you got all the weight going through your left. Get to the tippy toe, disconnect, land the foot, change. Some of you might feel confident enough to play with no hands as you tippy toe, but make sure you know where your chair is, that you're going to keep yourself safe. Because eventually, yeah, we do want to be able to settle through one leg and lift without it throwing our equilibrium off. So this is the underlying skill for all movement, anywhere you want to go. If you can't do this, then you're at risk every time you're trying to walk around. Now, place your hand on the chair and let's go tippy toe and full lift of this knee and then lower the foot all the way down. do the same thing, same leg 3 more times. So we're emptying this leg and we're going lift, lower, lift, lower. Try to work on that posture. Try to not be grabbing on with a bunch of tension. So use the chair to give you the courage to relax. Now switch. Put all the weight through your left leg so your right foot's empty. Tippy toe and lift and down. So switch legs there, James. Switch legs now. Switch. Lift, down. Lift, down. Lift, down. Now we switch each time. So from the middle, change the weight to your other leg. Lift, down. And then switch. The weight getting down through one leg, that's what makes this possible, is the sturdiness here. And then being able to change. So now you're sturdy here, lift and lower. And then change, lift and lower. So it's obvious in this case, what I said earlier, that the primary direction is down. Meaning if I get the down right, then I can do this. But that also is at play when we're moving forward and backwards. It's a little trickier. So now let's add that challenge. So make sure you're standing back from your chair a little bit. So you have a runway in front of you. Put all your weight in your left leg. So the leg that's far away from this chair. Put your right foot in front like so with the heel touching and the toes up. So we've got full, empty. Now, primary direction down. So notice just by going down the foot that was in front of you, you moved forward. And then go down the leg that's behind you. You moved backwards, but you just went down. And then down, you move forwards. But you don't have to lean. You relax. And then down. And then down. Down. Now, hand on the chair, add this challenge. Lift, lower the heel in front, and down. And then your back leg like a little flamingo. Bend the knee, put the toe down behind you, down. And then lift, lower. So it's really important. Down. So letting yourself be moved forward by just relaxing down to the earth. Same thing here. Free, touch the ground, still free, and then down. So the body is moved when we change to the new leg. One more time. Lift, lower, shift. So this would be considered level 2, where we're just doing a simple disconnect from the floor. Now, definitely hand on chair for level 3. We do that full lift, heel down, shift. Now your back leg, bring the knee forward and up like you're going to step up on a big high stair, and then reach that foot behind you and shift. So now it should be your right foot in front. If you're doing it like I'm doing it here, you got your right foot in front, your left foot behind. So that right leg lifts, lowers, and then you shift. And then it's your left leg that comes from behind, forward and up, reach it back, shift. Let's do that one more time. So the weight back here allows this. And then when I shift and I take care of that primary down, then I can do this and this without throwing off my balance. But it's because of this leg. And shift back. Switching sides. So if you got your setup like I told you to do at the beginning, you can just sidestep over to this other side. Put all your weight in your right leg, the leg that's far away from the chair, and put your left foot in front. Level 1. the best time to practice no hands is level 1, where we just shift and shift. It's easy to see what I'm doing and think that I'm going forward and going backwards, but actually I'm just relaxing and going down, 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 down. You got your middle, your central upright, your relaxed body. Now, hand on the chair, lift, lower, shift. This is level 2. Once this back foot's empty, then like a little flamingo, just bend the knee, touch the toe, shift. And then this from the hip, lift, lower, shift. And then that little bend of the knee, toe down, shift. Once this leg is empty, it has levity. Then I let that leg be full, so this one has levity and I can lift. So in Tai Chi, it's called separate, empty, and full. Be clear. One is full, the other empty, full and empty. Now, hand on the chair, go full range, level 3. Knee up, heel touch down, shift. Back leg, knee forward and up, toe reach behind, shift. The weight going down allows a safe lift and a safe lowering, and then we shift. The weight safely down through one leg allows this lift, return, and it doesn't require strength. That's the coolest part of Tai Chi, is you relax and then you use hydraulics. Rather than grabbing and yanking on our body, we're able to move as if we're just floating in liquid. Because again, we are liquid. And change sides again. So that's the first exercise. Second exercise is just one step further, no pun intended. We go body weight in the left leg, right foot in front. So it's like we're going to do the first exercise, shift. But now with your back foot empty, step it in front and then shift again. And then we go shift, back or down, step behind without any body weight, and then shift. All right? So we're full empty, then we change. Full empty, we step the empty foot, and then change one more time, full empty. And then shift, step the empty foot while it's empty, and then shift. So we're traveling forward by going down, step, down, and then backwards, but still it's just down, step, down. One more, down, step, down, backward, down, step, down. Level 2, hand on chair, lift, lower, shift. Now this back foot, step over an obstacle. Pick the foot up, come over the top of something, put the heel down, shift. Flamingo, lift, lower, shift. And again, you got the chair the whole time as needed. Reverse step, shift, lift, lower, shift. Eventually, someday you practice no hands. That really starts to test how well are you connecting down to the ground. And you see how slow I can do this movement. That's only possible when you have found relaxing the excess tension in the body. Lift, lower, shift. So this is level 2. Shift. Shift. Then we got level 3. Now definitely use your chair so you can courageously keep your vertical line, lift the right knee, lower the right knee, shift. Full range of motion. So go heel to butt, knee up, leg extend, lower the heel, then shift. And then that back leg, bring the knee forward and up. Now we reverse, reach back, shift. Front leg full range. We go all the way up, tuck, reach behind, still with no body weight, then shift. Now we're going lift, lower, shift. Full range, heel to butt, knee up, foot out, down, shift. Knee forward and up, reach the foot back, shift. Up, tuck, reach back, shift. And change side. Let's do same set on the other arrangement of the feet. Put all your weight in your right foot, left foot in front. Level 1, possibly no hands or light touch. Shift, step, shift. Shift back, step without any body weight, shift back. Down, stay down even as you step. So you haven't committed to this leg yet, and then you go down. And then it's down, step with no body weight, down. Down, step, down, down, step. Now we got level 2. So use the chair so you have the courage to stay relaxed when you lift, lower, shift, step over, shift, and then like a little flamingo, just a little bend, toe down, shift. Now it's up, tuck, reach, shift. And then we're going lift, lower, shift. Step over, shift. Flamingo. Again, someday you might feel courageous, comfortable enough to play with no hands. And remember, down. It's getting the down right that keeps you safe. Down. 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 And let's go full range. Hand on the chair. We go full lift, down, shift, and now it's full range of motion. So heel to butt, knee to chest, foot forward, hover it down, shift, and then forward and up. Reach the toe back, shift, full range of motion. So remember the weight's down through your left leg, right leg light, lubricate, and shift. Then we go lift, lower, shift, heel, knee, foot, down, and shift. Then it's up, back, shift, up, tuck, reach, shift. Feet together. Now let's put that to another challenge. Come stand to the far left of your space and then turn down range, and you see this runway out in front of you with your chairs off to your left for safety. Level 1. So remember, when it's time to walk, the first thing we do is not take a step. It's not the first thing. The first thing you do is address the primary direction, down. So if I'm getting ready to walk, First thing I do is go down through this right leg. That first exercise we did. Remember when we were just shifting and changing weight? So the first thing you do is the weight down through one leg so the other foot is free to comfortably, safely step it. And then we go down through that leg. Once I'm truly down through one, this one is empty, then it can step with no problem, right? It's empty. Put it out in front and then down. So we're moving forward, but really it's all about down, down, down. If you forget to skillfully get down through your legs, you'll fall down, right? If you lose what I'm talking about here, down, staying down, down, then there's a sort of like falling quality to our walking that has a clumsiness and a danger to it. But if we're doing this, we're grounded, we're relaxed, right? There's this smoothness to our movement, right? And then once you get a little better at it, you can just flow. You just go down, 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 down. And same thing when walking back. Just make sure you don't prematurely step. Meaning you wait long enough to actually commit to one leg only before stepping. And then as you get better at that, you can take longer strides, which speeds you up, meaning it covers ground faster, but it's still just down. So no matter the size of my step, even if I take a humongous step, I'm still just down. And if I'm not, then I'm going to go over my skis. So no matter the size of your step that you take, just keep this down, 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 down. So now I'm covering the same amount of ground it took me 10 steps. I can do it in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But there's still this Tai Chi quality. So just do a couple more rounds, just practicing whatever the right size for you is of down, 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 down. Relaxed is adaptable, right? So you can catch yourself if you kind of lose a little bit of your equilibrium. You want to be relaxed. The stiffer we are, the less adaptable. And remember, feel free to take breaks at any time, especially if you're newer to the practice. You know, we're spending a lot of time on our legs. So you have your chair to sit on it at any time. Come back and join when you feel ready. All right. So now once you're at this back place, the starting gait, turn, face forward again. Now put all your weight in your left leg, right foot empty, step your right foot out, in, in. So the key to this is that this leg is empty, this one. This is full. The body doesn't go anywhere. So the leg moving isn't pulling my body with it. It's separate, it's free, right? Now, put your right foot out there, leave it there, and we go shift. So down through this leg moved me sideways. Down through this leg moves me sideways back. Down, 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 down. One more. Down. Now stay down through your right leg, left foot empty, bring it in and out. In and out. In. And in. Now, feet together, touching if you can. Can you find the weight down through each leg? So change the weight down through your left leg to the point where your right foot was free, possibly. And then from your middle, down through your right leg, so your left foot's free. Down. right? And you can see with the body, when I'm changing leg to leg, there's still some sideways movement, but not a huge amount, but there's some. This torso moving through space. Now, one more time, down through your left leg, stay in the left leg, step your right foot out. Down through your right leg, step your left foot in. Down through your left leg, step your right foot out. So now we're traveling to your right. Down through the right leg, step your left foot in. Down through the left, step the right foot out. Down through the right, step your left in. Down, step, down, step, down, step. Down. Other way. Down, step, down, step. Soft. So Tai Chi is deceptive in that we are slowing down, softening. In a way, it seems like we're weakening. There's a saying in the Tao Te Ching, embrace the weak, embrace the weakness. So go into this soft, relaxed quality, and what you'll find is increased function, increased ability. But again, you gotta practice it. But more effort doesn't yield better results. Let's go again. Out, shift, right? So more effort, when you find out what effort and tension does, it tightens us, it blocks us, it uproots us. So once you understand that that's the way it is, you go, oh, well, then if I do less, I'm more relaxed, I'm softer, I'm more natural. And then you find, oh, there's this whole other way of using this body. Step. So sidestepping is important for various reasons. You know, you're at the movie theater and you got to move sideways, right, or whatever. But also, it's the first time we get to do quote unquote intermediate Tai Chi. So let's do that now. Right foot steps out, and we've got, once again, shift and shift. So keep your feet where they are. Now, as you shift to your right leg, turn a little bit from the middle and sweep your hands over to the right. Now, shift to the left leg, turn, brush, and sweep. So this one we practice a lot in the Friday and Saturday class, right? If you're attending those, Fridays online, Saturdays in person. But we get this bear washing pause, right? So it's changing leg, turning from the waist, and sweeping the hands. Now stay here in your right leg, bring that left foot in. Keep the left foot where it is, change your weight into the left leg, turn, brush, and sweep. Now step that right foot out. Now we're ready to shift, turn, brush, and sweep. And the left foot is empty, step it in. Now we're ready to shift into the left leg, turn, brush, and sweep. Then that right foot's ready to step out. So we're traveling while doing our Tai Chi. Shift and turn, brush and sweep. Step left foot in. Shift into the left leg, turn, brush, and sweep. Step right foot out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step left foot in. Shift, turn, brush, sweep, step right foot out. One more. Shift and turn, brush and sweep, step left foot in, back out. Shift and turn, brush and sweep. Step right foot in. Shift and turn, brush and sweep, step left foot out. So we're traveling. This is the simplest possible intermediate, or you could say advanced Tai Chi. Right? It's the simplest hand combo. Shift, turn, brush, and sweep. It's the simplest step. Just traveling along, but it's got all the properties that we're looking for. Changing leg, turning, sweeping, stepping, trying to blend it all together so it becomes smoother and smoother. Now let's challenge just a little further. Step right foot out. Take your left hand up around chest level, and we're doing the bear swats the jumping fish. Shift, turn, brush, swat. As you step the left foot in, the hands change. High goes low, low goes high. Change the weight to the left leg, turn, brush, and swap. Now, as the hands change, step. So you see how that adds another challenge. Shift and turn. As the hands change, step in. Shift and turn. As the hands change, step out. Shift and turn. As the hands change, step in. Shift and turn. As they change, step out. Shift and turn. Changing directions. Hands change, leg comes in, out, shift and turn. Step in, shift and turn. Step out, shift and turn. In. So get this to flow. Soft, relaxed. Again, over time, it should feel like an octopus in the ocean or sea kelp floating along. And wash your paws. So come to the middle of your chairs. Put all your weight in your left leg. So one of the number one places people fall is when they are turning. Why? Because we're so accustomed to just doing it that people turn from up here. They turn to go, but you can see down here, I'm about to trip over my own feet. So that's why people go like this and then boom, down they go. So how does Tai Chi say we should be moving? So rather than me just yanking my body that way from up here, I should be going down through the left leg, right foot turning out, body turning out. So you see how I'm observing where I'm going, I'm reorienting myself, and then shift into that right leg and turn, and now we're square to the right. So we're going to do that again. Go down through your left leg, all your body weight. Your right foot should be empty. Turn the right foot out, right leg out, body turns out. So now you're facing another quarter turn away. If you're doing it, you should be facing away from the camera, right? Turning your right foot, leg, and body out. And then shift into that right leg, and your body should then square up, and you should be facing away from the camera. Then you do it again. You put all the weight in your left leg, right foot is empty, turn it out. Put all the weight in the right leg, and turn. So we're just quarter turning to the right. All the weight in the left leg, turn the right leg out, shift into the right leg, turn. All the weight in the left, turn right leg out, turn. So what a lot of times people do is they're stuck in both feet and then they turn, they grind a hole in the floor with their heel instead of actually emptying the right foot. So it's floating and turning open, and then shift and square. And then again, empty, turn, and square. After you finish that second time around, then let's go the other way. So now your left foot empty, turn open to your left, change the weight down through the left, and square to the left. Put the weight through the right leg, so your left leg's the empty leg, open, turn open, and then shift. And bring the foot around. Again, empty, turn open, shift. Again, empty, turn open, shift. Empty, turn open, shift. Neutral. Again, all the way around. All right. Now the exercise I like to do with this one, a very practical exercise. Come over to your left side, come up towards the front. So it's basically a rectangle that we're going to walk along. a rectangle on the floor. So you're going to turn your right leg out, put the weight through the right leg, reorient yourself, and then take a step with your left foot along the line of that rectangle and commit to your left leg. And then we're just going to do that again. Turn your right leg out, change the weight into your right leg, so now you're facing away from the camera, and take a step with your left foot. So you're now advancing in the new direction. Turn the right leg out, change the weight to the right leg, reorienting the body, and then step along the new line, and do it again. Turn the right leg out, changing the weight to the right leg, left foot empty, then it's ready to step and commit. Let's do that again. Right leg turns out. So take the time here to change the weight, reorient your body, and then you step and commit down through that leg. Right leg turns out. Commit down through the right leg, reorient in your new direction, and then step. Right leg turns out. Reorient, step. Right leg turns out. Reorient, step. Now side step over to the other side, and we'll finish with this. Left leg turns out. Change the weight through the left leg, reorienting our direction, and then stepping and committing to that right leg. And we do it again. So left leg turns out, put the weight through it to reorient, step, and advance. We do it again. Turn out, change the weight through the left to reorient, step. Left leg turns out, reorient, step. Remember, it's down. That's the good news. It's are you down? And then when you're changing, are you down? And then when you step, are you down? Turn the foot out. Down. Step. Down. Turn. Down. Step. Down. Turn. And alrighty. Turning face forward. Palms together. Rub your palms. Rub the back of one hand. Palms. Back of other hand. Palms. We got our healing hands ready to go. And then hands on the groin. Hip flexors, fronts of the thighs. Tail. Lower back, lumbar. And then remember your Tai Chi squat. Hips back a little bit. Sink. Sweep the hands down. Come around to the inside. Then standing up, come up the inside, past the groin to the belly button. We do that twice more. Groin. Hip flexors. Tailbone. Lower back. Squat and sweep. All the way up to the navel. Last time. And then the final, up the outer arm past the shoulder. Turn that arm palm up, sweep off. Outer arm up, inner arm down. Outer, inner, two more. It's like a little chi reset for the body. Other side, up the outer, turn the arm down the inner, outer, and then loose, relaxed. Close the practice. Wing, roll, fold. Settle to the belly, to the middle, to the cockpit of the body here. And then ceiling. 1, 2. All right, thank you so much, everybody. Great job. If there are any questions, feel free to unmute and ask, or if you have any comments as well. And remember, we've got our Friday class at 11 online, and then the Saturday class is 1:30 in person. Quinn, I see your message. Thank you. Good to have you. So hope to see you guys there. Anything at all?
It's good to be back.
Yeah.